Wow, it's a beautiful night. For those who don't know me that very well, I'm Chris Willenbrecht. Me and Mark have been friends since my family moved from Canada when I was 5, and I moved in down the street and was looking for little friends, and me and Mark hit it off, catching bumblebees with our hands and having a gay old time. Uh, then soon after, we grew up, went to high school together, roommates in college, stayed in contact. He's seriously my best friend, and I'm so glad to see him right now, so happy. Won't go long, but just a few of my favorite attributes of Mark. Literally, I think one of the best men walking on this planet. And he sincerely is one of the nicest, sweetest, caring people that I've ever met. And you can feel it when you talk with him. He's literally one of the smartest people on this planet. I think if you add up all our IQs, he would still be above it. There was 4 times where he was signed up for a class all year and didn't know it, and then just took the final at the end and totally aced it. He took a standardized test on a language he doesn't speak or have any formal training in, and he beat 98% of the country. I mean, it's amazing. If you're ever looking for a friend at 4 a.m., you go into his home or apartment, and he'll be in there watching House Hunters International. He found a way. He called me one day when I was working at Deloitte and he was working on Wall Street, and said, "Chris, I found a way where I don't have to sleep. All I do is need 30 minutes every 4 hours, hit REM, and I come back and I'm good." And that's literally what he did for 7 years, I think, in New York City. And so just an amazing guy with amazing talents, and whatever he sets his mind to is going to make it so far. I was really wondering, who's going to be good enough to deserve this guy? And it took a while to find that person most deserving, but here she is right here at Grisel. To Marc and Grisel.
Congratulations, Marc and Grisel. I'm so happy for you that this day has finally arrived. And so I've known Marc and Grisel for quite some time now. I have been roommates with Grisel over the past year and a half in college. And I'm so happy to be here today on your special day. You Because I've known you guys for quite some time and been around you, I can honestly say that the love that these two have for each other is a genuine, profound, and sincere love. I think I've learned so much from their example of that love. And I just want you guys to remember that a successful and happy marriage isn't about marrying the right person, right? It's about being the right person. So remember throughout your marriage that it's about each other. Put each other first before anyone and anything on this earth. Sacrifice. It's about determination, and it's about keeping the romance and the passion alive purposefully. Everything is done purposefully. And Grisel, you have been the best roommate for the last year and a half, and I'm going to miss you a lot. But you now have a much better roommate, and the best roommate you will have for the rest of your life and for eternity. So, welcome, guys, to your eternal happily ever after. Here's to the bride and groom.
Hey guys, I'm Mark's older brother, and Chris has a better way of telling stories, and so I wish I could tell stories like him. But Mark, I want all of us to know how great of a person you are, and how happy we all are for you and Grisel. From jumping over the wall, this one, over into the Simmons to play basketball with them, and climbing up this mountain and catching snakes and shooting into rabbit holes blindly, thinking that we would get something. We've had lots of adventures together. And then you embarked on your own out in New York. And while I thought I was busy doing school stuff, Mark was working 100-hour weeks. And he still was always the one to call me. And he was always the one that remembered to keep our relationship good and strong. And Mark, I appreciate that. This mic is perfectly positioned to pick up my size. That's awesome. Mark, I love you. And keep that same passion. I know that somewhere deep down inside I have all this advice for you, but that'll come over the length of the years because you're not going to remember any advice that you get here, except for Bishop Dalton's advice. Remember that. Love the Lord and, keep this relationship celestial. And we love you. And here's to Marc and Grisel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's Mimi Diedrich. I don't know where that came from. Okay. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. So cool to have our family together, all to celebrate Marc and Grisel's wedding. Thank you for all the love and support that you've given to all of us. But all of you know that every mother thinks their kids are special and amazing. And sometimes we as moms can see in our kids the things they don't notice or that they don't recognize in themselves. But I always knew that Marc had a great heart and he had a great intelligence. And I always told him, I'm so glad you're very smart, but that's not the most important thing in the world. The most important thing is how you treat other people and what kind of person you are. And I'm so proud of him that he has really tried to be the best person that he can be and that he wants to continue that. I know that he will. And I know that he will go on to continue to accomplish many great things. And I'm very proud of you, Marc, and I'm very happy for you. And I'm so grateful to Grisel for bringing that light and that joy and that happiness into your heart. And it makes me so happy to see you guys so happy. So I'm going to say is don't you ever forget that we love you so much and that we are always here for you guys. And we will do everything that we ever could to help you guys be happy and successful. I love you very much. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Mimi. What did I tell you?
I want to start off by thanking everybody here for coming and supporting this great and beautiful event of our son, who we love so very much. Many people have said they've known Marc a long, long time. I was the first one to be introduced to Marc. And that's actually before you even realize. I had a dream 4 months before Marc was born, and I saw him in the dream. And that's when I knew what his name would be, because I saw his name written out, M-A-R-C. And I knew the date of his birth, April 6th. It was written out in my dream. It was a couple, 3 weeks away from the doctor's appointed date. But I knew that that's when he would be born. And so that's when I knew that Marc Diedrich was a very special human being. And I was honored to be chosen to be his father and to raise him. And so we look so forward to his marriage in the Cochabamba, Bolivia temple, where Marc and I both served our missions. And we carry on a great legacy there. And so we are honored that Marc has chosen a beautiful Bolivian girl to marry. And that will continue that legacy for eternity. And so my toast goes out to you and Grisel. Welcome to our family. We love you very much. To Marc and Grisel.
Thank you so much, Randy.